Hey, Miss Natalie. It's good to meet you. Around my channel, they call me the Glad Man. And it's good to meet you. You posted the video that I saw through my home girl living my best life, and I sent you a video response that I did 2 years ago that kind of had elements that were relevant to what you were talking about. But I wanted to make a video response that spoke specifically to what you were talking about. It is really hard for a single mother to raise a son, because you put that mother in a position where she has to think like a man, and she's a woman. See, a man already has it inside of him to know what to do with a son. If a man doesn't do that for his son, he's just lazy and a bum or whatever. But a man already knows how to raise a boy. It's inside him. Just like if you had a little girl, you would kind of know the ins and outs of raising a girl, and you know those personal little things that you tell girls in raising them. Well, we have personal little things that we tell boys because we've been through it already. And I was watching Living My Best Life's son. That was amazing. The information that he gave was truly amazing. I was really impressed with him. He really gave some sound advice, and I really can't even say any more than what he said. But one of the key things Tony said was tough love. Love is a kiss and a hug and a I love you, son. But sometimes love is a 5-finger sandwich. I mean, for real. But some things popped in my head that I wanted to talk to. I gave you a generic video response that kind of spoke to generally what you were going through. But I wanted to make another one that spoke specifically to what you're going through, because it's a serious thing. It's a serious thing. The first thing is God. God has the power to change that boy like that. He has the power. God Almighty has the power to do that. Now, it's up to us parents to pray for our children. Ask God to enter into this child's life. Intervene in between you and your son's relationship. Now, the son won't know why, because you know all these influences in school and all this stuff going around him kind of makes him react, or he's reacting from something else, from his dad or something like that. All these outside influences are causing outward reactions. But God will be one of those influences that makes him act right. Now, if the kid never hears about God at home, the kid never goes to a service or is around other kids that talk about God, or around other kids that, you know, I don't know what your religious affiliation is, but if the kid never goes around talking about, if the kid never is around other kids that can tell him, hey man, I'm your age, God is cool, Jesus saved my life, then he won't have the most important factor in his life to change his behavior. God is the key. That's one point. The second point is, because I didn't want to make this one long like my other one. The second point is, the boy is listening. He is listening to you. Don't ever think he's not. He is. You know why? Because he loves you. He does love you. Now, kids are, you know, different. You can get in there and talk to him. He's listening to you. He is listening to you. But on the flip side of that, see, you did the soft love, but there's a tough love on the other side that go hand in hand. I remember when I was little, my mother said, now look, I'm going to tell you this once, I don't want you doing A, B, and C. You understand? Yes. Now, if I went to go do A, B, and C, she turned it around. And we got whoopings with, whatever. Ironing cords, stinging cords, race car tracks. Not hammers. But that's probably only because she couldn't find one. And my mom, she didn't play. And it wasn't an emotional thing for her. When she whooped us, it was total, anger and rage, but it wasn't like she felt sorry for us because she already told us. And we put the most puppy dog eyes on. She fought right through that. Beat us down. And to this day, I tell her, thank you, Ma, for beating me down. Because I got a lot of kids whose mothers didn't do that. I had a lot of friends whose mothers who didn't do that. And they dead or in jail. Because a boy, the older he gets, and if all you do is talk to him, that's all he gonna expect from you. And then he'll wade you out. He'll wait you out. She's almost done talking now. Okay, she's done. I can go back to doing what I want. But if you see, my mother was always keeping us off guard. We come home from school and she'd just be there. We'd be like, why are you here? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, the other thing is, yes, the mentor program is great. But he does need a male that cares about him. You know what I mean? And that can develop over time. And then he'll glean toward that male because he knows this male has been there. Not that he doesn't love his mama, because you bring something that a man can't bring. Boys that age still need those hugs and kisses because they need to know how to treat a woman. And that's where you come in. But he does need to know that rough and tumble side that comes from a man. You need to know that if you crying, if you playing basketball with me and you're missing and you want to quit, then nobody gonna say, oh, come on. They're gonna be like, you a quitter, man. I didn't know you was a quitter like that. You appeal to that ego, and that ego will kind of strengthen him in that area. You don't want to overinflate his ego, but when he wants to quit or when he wants to cower, you have to appeal to that ego to bounce him back. I don't know if I'm making sense. Tough love. One thing living my best life's son said was, you got to use tough love. You do. With a boy, there's no way around it. Now, I know you said you took things away. That's not tough enough then. If it's not affecting him, it's not tough enough. It's not tough enough. And you said that to beat him down would cause people to lock you up. You'd be amazed how many judges and police understand when you beat your kids down. They understand. Especially police. They're like, if you don't beat your kids now, we go beat your kids later. And you don't want us to beat them. I tell you, Miss Natalie, I was more afraid of my mother than I was of the police. I was more afraid of my mother than I was of teachers and principals at my school. And the final point I was saying was, when you said you took things away, it made me think, how much does he have? How much stuff does he have to make you take it away? Because there's nothing wrong with a kid working for stuff. There's nothing wrong with a kid aspiring for stuff. I know you want to buy your kids stuff because you love them, but sometimes, especially boys, they gotta work for stuff. You just can't give them stuff. And like Tony said, when you took it away, he was like, whatever. So that wasn't tough enough. So anyway, I think that you are not in a minority. There's a lot of mothers going through the same thing, but the triumphant mothers got tough. And at 12 years old, your son can make a quality decision to say, you know what, Ma? I'm going to help you out. I'm going to get good grades. And if I come into a problem, I'm going to handle it the right way. Now, I might have to fight back now, because I'm a man and I'm developing into a man and my ego is forming. I'm gonna have to fight back, but I'm not gonna cause any fights. My mission is to make you proud, because I love you, because you're the only parent I got right now, Ma, and I just want to make you proud of me. Now, the tears that you cried in that other video will be transformed to tears of joy from hearing words like that. But you got to get tough, Mama. You got to get tougher.